Hello Diplomacy Explorers! Welcome back to Diplomacy Area. Today, we're diving deep into the essence of diplomacy, understanding its core and contemporary facets. At its core, diplomacy involves managing relationships through peaceful methods among global participants, often involving at least one governmental entity. Contemporary diplomacy operates within various spheres of authority, power, and influence, primarily among states but also encompassing religious institutions, NGOs, multinational corporations, and individuals, ranging from celebrities and philanthropists to those with disruptive agendas like terrorists. The Oxford English Dictionary describes diplomacy as the management of international relations through negotiation, handled by ambassadors and envoys. Diplomacy, essentially a political pursuit, holds significant power when executed with ample resources and skill. Its primary objective lies in assisting states to achieve their foreign policy goals, without relying on force, propaganda, or legal measures. There are several actors in diplomacy. State. In the realm of international relations, states serve as the fundamental and lasting entities, and their numbers have significantly increased over the past century, leading to a substantial rise in diplomatic interactions among them. International organizations. Present-day, governments face growing limitations in their capacity to establish and execute policies due to the expanding influence of various entities such as multinational corporations, international financiers, and global banks. Examples of such international organizations include the United Nations, African Union, the Organization of American States, the Association of Southeast Nations, and the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation. Civil society. The term civil society denotes the social and political arena, where voluntary groups strive to influence and shape norms and policies governing public life across social, political, economic, and environmental realms. Multinational corporations. Numerous multinational corporations utilize agents to engage in discussions and negotiations with foreign governments. In instances where multinational corporations wield influence, it often occurs within informal circles and networks like the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, the World Economic Forum, and the Clinton Global Initiative. Types of diplomacy. Bilateral diplomacy. Bilateral diplomacy is the basic building block for relations among states. Bilateral diplomacy determines when, where, and how a specific country-to-country relationship will become more relevant. Likewise, diplomats are expected to prevent bilateral agendas from being overwhelmed by a single issue. Multilateral diplomacy. Multilateral diplomacy involves the engagement of more than two nations or parties to address diplomatic challenges that transcend national boundaries. Economic diplomacy. Economic diplomacy primarily revolves around the decision-making and negotiation processes concerning policies or matters related to international economic relations, focusing on essential subjects within this realm. Cultural diplomacy. Cultural diplomacy is founded on two fundamental principles. Firstly, it believes that fostering understanding and respect can establish strong and positive relationships. Secondly, cultural diplomacy operates under the notion that art, language, and education serve as crucial avenues to access and comprehend a culture deeply. Additionally, cultural diplomacy has the ability to engage with audiences that traditional diplomatic efforts might not typically reach. That's all for today. See you in the next video.